brought her here because going for a walk or going to get her bathed at the self-bathing, she did not like other dogs. She had become dog aggressive, super leery of other people. So we brought her here because we know Jason and Kim and thought that they could really help us out. And so we've come to 3 sessions.
Well, hold on.
Yeah?
Let's be honest. You came to an evaluation.
3 of them, 2.
And then you did 2 1-hour-ish sessions with us. Now, I want to ask you about those sessions before we go on.
Yeah.
So that you can explain to the folks watching what those were like. Did your dog get any e-collar stimulation during any of the training sessions or the evaluation?
No, we didn't do any of that. We had it.
You have it, yeah. You've used it before, but there was no e-collar used.
No.
You've got a prong collar on. How much stimulation on the prong collar do you feel your dog got during?
0.
0.
0.
Okay, nothing.
No. And we
Was any other method used to add punishment to any situation during training?
None.
None. So, we don't make the claim that our methods are punishment-free, by the way, but in your case, you can say, honestly, your dog was never punished on our property.
Oh, no.
Okay, I want to be like upfront with people because I'm talking to the camera here too.
Yeah.
That we don't claim a punishment-free process, but in your case, so far, you've never had to punish your dog on the property during training.
No, not at all.
So, tell me now. You'd mentioned when we met the first time about the evaluation that she'd had some aggression towards certain people, but not every person.
Correct.
And there was a boyfriend who maybe got a bite.
Yep.
Okay, so there was a human bite. A bite of a human, not a bite by a human.
And like when the photographer came out to take family portraits.
Oh, great. I'm standing here behind the camera with an aggressive dog.
Yeah. Yeah, she came to take pictures and she thought, oh, the dog looks so nice. We told her she's aggressive, but Edelweiss was kind of hanging out, and she decided at that time she was going to give her a hand, and Edelweiss snapped.
Snapped at the hand, or
At the
snapped
hand.
psychologically and?
Snapped at the hand.
Okay, snapped at the hand.
And that was like not good.
Yeah, but did she get a finger or anything, or just
No,
acted
and
like she was trying?
And even when she bit the boyfriend, it was, I'm grabbing your hand and I'm telling you.
Not a real bite.
It wasn't a real bite? Okay, but it was definitely mouth contact that you felt was
enough
inappropriate.
That scared him,
Yeah,
he
scared
never
him.
came back.
Okay. And she's had, would you say, incidents of aggression with other dogs where it was scary, crazy?
Severe.
Severe,
Sent, sent the neighbor's dog that had trespassed, but sent that dog to the emergency room.
Okay, so we've had actual violence, not just sort of a reactive bluff.
Yes.
Okay.
And she, as you say, she locks and loads to where she just shakes. And even at the vet had recommended that we put a muzzle on her when we bring her in because she just shakes.
Okay. Now, let's talk about the training process. So you mentioned that on Wednesday when we talked on the phone afterwards, during the session Wednesday, you were like, come on.
Yeah. Yeah.
So tell me about that feeling and what...
So we went home going, okay, so yeah. So we just sit and we look at our dog, we say, good girl, we go, yes, we feed her popcorn at home, we do yes, it's all this lovey, it's like, okay, well, this is all a protected environment. I wonder what we really learned, except how to say yes.
So did she ever have a reactive issue where where we thought, okay, she looks aggressive during training? Did we ever see it during training? Other than avoidance and sort of what we identified as stress signals.
I would say no.
You say no. Yeah, I'd say no too.
I would say no.
Because, like I've told you, our goal is not to see it. Our goal is to teach her to not do it, right?
No.
So, tell me about the incident Wednesday after training session at the dog wash.
Okay, so she was pretty stinky and dirty because we have not been able to take her to the dog wash. So we were going home to to Duval and we were hungry and we parked in front of the Greek restaurant and we noticed that the dog wash was going to be open in 1 minute. We go, this is perfect because we need to get her washed and we figured there would be nobody in the dog wash. So as soon as they opened up, we walked in and she's not afraid of the dog wash. So she got right into her bin like she always does. But she does not like other people in the dog wash and definitely not other dogs. And for us, the first thing that was new for us is there was a woman that worked there and we did not know her. And she goes, oh, what a beautiful German Shepherd. And she walked up and we had always thought, oh, you have to let your dog interact with people and you just have to kind of hold your breath and hope nothing happens. And Manhattan said right away, you need to stay back. She's aggressive. And the woman was like, oh, okay, I would never have guessed. And so she backed off, which took the stressor off her. So we had set up the situation. Then when she was in the tub, there was another dog in the tub. And I could tell that she was starting to amp.
You mean Edelweiss was starting to amp up?
Because Edelweiss's ears then started to go back. And the tail would you could just tell. And she looked right at me. And I said, good girl, and yes, and the ears went up. It was just like that.
Mm-hmm.
It was just like the ears went up, and we had to do that probably 4 or 5 times because there was different things going on. There were little dogs that came in. Normally she'd be at the end of that cable and just barking and
Her
snarling.
normal dog wash experience was this way, but not Wednesday.
People were terrified, and they're like, you know you're embarrassed, and they're like, you know they're talking about your German Shepherd being a killer.
Yeah.
And so then we were all done, got her out of there, she was fine. And there were people outside working on the building. She could have cared less, which was huge. We put her in the car because we went to go get some food, and people were getting in their car right next to ours. And normally she would have barked or done something, and wouldn't have even known she was in there.
Okay.
So it was a way. I have to say we were surprised. We left there going, huh, something worked.
Something worked. So I want to make sure that the folks who watch this realize: have we introduced your dog to dogs on our property yet? That's in the plan.
Not yet.
So she generalized the training that we did with no dogs present to an environment that had dogs. Mm-hmm. So she's actually reading ahead. she's one of those. She's very smart, but she figured out the game that we've taught her, which is a replacement behavior chain for her aggressive outburst. She's figured it out. So that's really telling us she demonstrated competence in the method that we've taught her beyond what we've actually pressed her with in terms of a stressor. And so we're ready to play this game for real now.
Yeah. Well, and one of the things that we've noticed at the house is now, because Manhattan and I have been here doing this, when we're at the house, she doesn't stop looking at us.
Byproduct of the work. Byproduct,
stop.
but it's not a bad thing. I don't think. I like it. I feel like my dog loves me when it looks at me like that.
This is how she is, and it's just, yeah.
It's just
even
calm.
When
It's
she's
just
outside,
yeah.
and there's something that like something's jumped in the yard, she'll look back up at the house at us. And before she'd be just running like crazy.
She's like, okay, is this okay?
Yeah.
Checking in.
Is it okay? Can I go after whatever it is?
All right. So you guys ready to get to work?
You bet.
Okay. So we're going to do a couple of simple reps again, like we did Wednesday. Kind of just make sure we're still all on the same page, especially the dog. And then we're going to bring Shakira out.
Okay.
And we're going to probably run the reps at 50 yards to start, just to make sure that everybody's cool. Like I said, we're not trying to elicit aggression. If we never see aggression in as many sessions as you want to do, great, because that doesn't teach her anything. It's those choices, those moments where she gets to make a choice to not do it,
and
that matter.
We were talking about, we've seen that in the car. Mm-hmm. She's making a choice with the barking and the not barking.
Mm-hmm. Because sometimes she'll sit.
So we're still seeing her getting amped in the car.
Oh, yeah.
But the barking is less?
Mm-hmm. Yes, and she's making a choice.
So how we had to start was say leave it with every single car that went by. And then it got to the point at the end of the drive on Wednesday, once we got close to our house, that she would then just stop and look at the cars and then look to us to make sure she did it right. And then we'd reward her, and then she would keep up the behavior in the very last little bits.
So that sounds like she's generalizing this same behavior to all sorts of environments that we haven't trained her on yet, other than just continuing to do the same reinforcement that we have here. So consistency, definitely important.
Yeah.
Making sure that, you as the dog owner understand sort of the real world application of what we're doing here, because it's not a fire and forget technology. It's not like we train it and then we never have to interact with the dog on the same way.
One thing that was really good too is because the sessions were so close together.
Definitely.
And sequential learning.
Oh, for sure.
And so it's just like boom, 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 boom. She now knows she comes here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
So she's probably a mile away and she's like, oh, I know where we're going.
well, yeah, I think
It's hot dog
house.
time or whatever.
Yeah. It's, I think, putting that really close together because she has to build.
Yeah, for sure. We love that you guys had the ability in your schedule to make this happen, multiple times in a week. I understand most people don't. So that
But
I'm
even
sure
if it's like
helped.
once a week,
for sure.
it's just like boom, boom.
Yeah.
Because the first session or even the first evaluation, I didn't have a clue. I got the words all mixed up. I didn't know what you were talking about. They were all trying to explain to me the yes, the good. I was like, what? And they're like, Mom, we think there's something wrong with you.
I don't know how you graduated college.
See, that's like I kept saying, how did you do it? Because I'm not an auditory learner.
Sure.
So by coming and doing it in succession like that, then I got it.
Yeah, you've definitely picked it up faster by doing. I will second that.
That first
For
one
sure.
was not so good. Are you ready to have fun?
For sure she is. Look
Yeah,
at her.
you are.
She's ready to go. All right. Thank you very much for sharing. If you and your dog are struggling with reactivity, dog aggression, human-based aggression from your dog, or other behavioral issues, please reach out to us through our website, www.audaxcanine.com. Thank you.